15 healthy recipes that prove clean food is not boring. If you think healthy food is bland, this video is your correction. Welcome back to the Food Tutor. I am going to keep this intro short because this video is mostly food. Today, I have 15 recipes for you. 3 breakfasts, 4 lunches, 4 dinners, and 4 snacks. Every single one of them is clean. Every single one of them is fast. And none of them taste like punishment. Here is my promise. By the end of this video, you are going to have at least one recipe you want to make this week. Not because I said so, because it looks genuinely good. We are also going to talk about why each one works nutritionally, the actual reason these ingredients perform well in the body, not just marketing language. That is what we do here. Let us get straight into it. Breakfasts. Recipe 1. Turmeric scrambled eggs with spinach and whole grain toast. Ingredients: 2 eggs plus 1 extra white. Large handful of baby spinach. Half tablespoon of turmeric, pinch of black pepper. This is critical to increase curcumin absorption by up to 2,000%. Extra virgin olive oil. 1 slice whole grain or sourdough bread. Here's why it works. Eggs provide complete protein, which signals to the liver to suppress fat production. Relevant science for 35 to 60-year-olds who are actively managing metabolic health. The turmeric and pepper combination is one of the most well-researched anti-inflammatory pairings in the nutrition literature. Spinach adds folate and magnesium. The whole grain gives you slow-release carbohydrate, so blood sugar stays steady through the morning. Recipe 2. Overnight oats with berries, flaxseed, and cinnamon. Ingredients: half cup of rolled oats, 3/4 cup unsweetened kefir or plain Greek yogurt, 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed,
handful of frozen berries, half tablespoon of cinnamon. Optional, drizzle of raw honey. Here's why it works. Oats that have been refrigerated overnight increase in resistant starch, the specific type of carbohydrate that gut bacteria ferment into short-chain fatty acids, which directly reduce liver fat and improve insulin sensitivity. Kefir adds probiotics. Berries are among the highest polyphenol foods available. Flaxseed contributes omega-3 fatty acids and fiber in 1 tablespoon. Recipe 3. Green smoothie bowl with banana, spinach, and pumpkin seeds. Ingredients: 1 frozen banana, large handful of spinach, half avocado, 200 milliliters unsweetened almond or oat milk. Toppings: pumpkin seeds, sliced kiwi, a few berries. Here's why it works. This is thick, eaten with a spoon, not drunk. The difference matters because solid food triggers satiety signals that liquid calories bypass. Avocado provides monounsaturated fat, which research consistently links to reduced liver fat. Pumpkin seeds add zinc and magnesium. 0 added sugar. The green color gets attention and tastes nothing like grass. Lunches. Recipe 4. Lentil and roasted red pepper soup. Ingredients: 1 cup of red lentils, 2 roasted red peppers, jarred is fine, 1 tin chopped tomatoes, 1 onion, 3 garlic cloves, 1 tablespoon of cumin, 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika. Stock: extra virgin olive oil. Here's why it works. Lentils are the single most accessible source of resistant starch in most supermarkets. They are also high in plant protein and fiber. 1 cup cooked delivers around 18 grams of protein. The combination of soluble fiber and plant protein produces one of the most sustained satiety responses available in a budget lunch. Roasted red pepper adds vitamin C, which improves iron absorption from the lentils. Recipe 5. Sardine and avocado open sandwich on rye. Ingredients: 2 slices rye bread, 1 tin sardines in olive oil, drained, half ripe avocado, sliced cucumber, lemon juice, fresh dill or parsley, pinch of chili flakes. Here's why it works. Sardines are one of the most nutrient-dense foods per gram in the food supply. They deliver omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D, B12, calcium, and complete protein in a tin that costs next to nothing.
Combined with avocado's monounsaturated fat on the low glycemic base of rye bread, this is one of the most cardiovascular protective lunches you can make in under 5 minutes. Recipe 6. Chicken and chickpea salad with tahini dressing. Ingredients: grilled chicken breast, sliced or shredded, half tin of chickpeas, rinsed, cherry tomatoes, cucumber, red onion, fresh parsley. Dressing: 1 tablespoon of tahini, lemon juice, garlic, water to thin, pinch of salt. Here's why it works. Chickpeas provide the resistant starch and plant protein. Chicken adds complete amino acid profile. Tahini is sesame paste, rich in calcium, zinc, and healthy fats. The dressing is made from whole ingredients with no added sugar. This is a high-protein, high-fiber lunch that holds you until dinner without a blood sugar crash at 3 in the afternoon. Recipe 7. Baked sweet potato with black beans, salsa, and Greek yogurt. Ingredients: 1 medium sweet potato, half a tin of black beans, rinsed and warmed, 2 tablespoons of fresh or jarred tomato salsa, 2 tablespoons of unsweetened Greek yogurt, lime juice, smoked paprika, fresh coriander. Here's why it works. Sweet potato is high in beta-carotene and has a lower glycemic impact than white potato when eaten with protein and fat. Black beans are an excellent source of resistant starch and plant protein. Greek yogurt replaces sour cream with something that adds probiotics and cuts saturated fat. This is a meal that looks indulgent and performs like a textbook nutrition intervention. Dinners. Recipe 08. Salmon with lemon garlic asparagus and quinoa. Ingredients: 1 salmon fillet, bunch of asparagus, half cup of quinoa, lemon, garlic, extra virgin olive oil, fresh dill. Here's why it works. Salmon is one of the most documented foods in the cardiovascular research literature. It provides EPA and DHA omega-3 fatty acids, which directly reduce triglycerides and systemic inflammation. Asparagus is high in inulin, a prebiotic fiber that feeds beneficial gut bacteria.
Quinoa provides complete protein and is one of very few plant foods with all 9 essential amino acids. This entire plate improves lipid markers. Recipe 9. Turkey and vegetable stir-fry with brown rice. Ingredients: 200 grams turkey mince or thinly sliced turkey breast, broccoli, bell peppers, snap peas, spring onion. Sauce: low-sodium soy sauce, ginger, garlic, a few drops of sesame oil. Brown rice, cooked and cooled, ideally from yesterday, increases resistant starch. Here's why it works. Turkey is among the leanest complete protein sources available to you. Broccoli contains sulforaphane, one of the most studied anti-inflammatory compounds in brassica vegetables. The sauce uses low sodium, flavor without the blood pressure impact of regular soy. And the cooled brown rice delivers resistant starch. This is fast food that performs like whole food. Recipe 10. Black bean tacos with mango salsa and cabbage slaw. Ingredients: small corn tortillas, 1 tin of black beans, seasoned with cumin and garlic. Mango salsa, diced mango, red onion, lime, coriander, chili. Slaw, shredded red cabbage, lime juice, a tiny amount of honey. Here's why it works. This looks like a cheap meal and is nutritionally one of the strongest plates in this video. Black beans provide resistant starch, plant protein, and fiber. Mango delivers vitamin C and polyphenols. Red cabbage is one of the highest polyphenol vegetables available. Corn tortillas have a lower glycemic index than flour. The entire meal has 0 saturated fat from industrial sources.
Recipe 11. Baked chicken thighs with roasted root vegetables and herbs. Ingredients: bone-in chicken thighs, skin removed. Carrots, parsnips, beetroot, cut into chunks. Rosemary, thyme, garlic, extra virgin olive oil. Optional, splash of balsamic vinegar on the vegetables. Here's why it works. Chicken thighs provide more iron and zinc than breast meat. Roasting root vegetables concentrates their natural sugars without adding any added. Beetroot contains nitrates, which have documented blood pressure lowering effects in randomized trials. Olive oil as the cooking fat protects the polyphenol content of the vegetables. This is a 1-tray meal that takes 10 minutes of hands-on time and handles the rest in the oven. Flavor note: 1 tray, 10 minutes of prep, 40 minutes in the oven. This is the answer to anyone who says healthy eating takes too long. Snacks and sauces. Recipe 12.
hummus with vegetable crudités and whole grain crackers. Ingredients: 1 tin chickpeas, rinsed. 2 tablespoons tahini, lemon juice, garlic, cumin, and olive oil. Crudités: carrot sticks, cucumber, celery, sugar snap peas. Handful of whole grain crackers. Here's why it works. Homemade hummus takes 5 minutes and contains none of the stabilizers or preservatives in commercial versions. Chickpeas are the primary ingredient and deliver resistant starch and plant protein with every dip. Tahini adds calcium and healthy fats. This is a genuinely satisfying snack that prevents the late afternoon blood sugar crash that drives poor food choices before dinner. Flavor note: make a full batch on Sunday. This is the snack that will last the week and prevents the 4 p.m. biscuit.
Recipe 13. Walnut and Dark Chocolate Energy Bites. Ingredients: 1 cup rolled oats, ½ cup natural almond butter, 2 tablespoons of raw honey, 2 tablespoons of dark chocolate chips, 70% cocoa plus, 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. Here's why it works. Dark chocolate above 70% cocoa plus is among the most polyphenol-dense foods in existence. Walnuts and almond butter provide alpha-linolenic acid, the plant form of omega-3. Chia seeds add fiber. Oats provide slow-release carbohydrate. The entire batch has a fraction of the added sugar in commercial energy bars, and unlike those bars, none of the palm oil. Recipe 14. Green tea chia pudding with mango. Ingredients: 3 tablespoon chia seeds, 200 milliliters brewed green tea, cooled, 100 milliliters unsweetened oat milk, ½ tablespoon of vanilla extract. Top with diced fresh mango. Here's why it works. Green tea is the single most accessible polyphenol-rich liquid in most households. Chia seeds in liquid form expand into a gel. They absorb water and create volume that signals fullness. Mango adds vitamin C and natural sweetness with no added sugar required. This is a snack that actively contributes to the polyphenol targets that research shows reduce visceral fat. Recipe 15. Turmeric tahini sauce. Use on everything. Ingredients: 3 tablespoon tahini, 1 tablespoon extra virgin olive oil, juice of 1 lemon, 1 small garlic clove crushed, ½ tablespoon of turmeric, pinch of black pepper, water to thin to desired consistency.
Here's why it works. This sauce contains 3 of the most evidence-backed anti-inflammatory ingredients in the nutrition literature: turmeric, olive oil, and tahini. The black pepper activates the curcumin in the turmeric. It works on salads, roasted vegetables, grain bowls, and as a dipping sauce. Making this once gives you a nutritional upgrade for every meal you eat this week. Before we finish the recipes, here are the 3 I would start with if you have limited time this week. Number 1. Overnight oats. Recipe 2. 90 seconds of prep the night before. 0 cooking. You wake up to breakfast already made. Nothing faster, nothing more nutritionally complete for a morning meal. Number 2. Lentil soup. Recipe 4. Make 1 large pot on Sunday and eat lunch 4 days in a row without thinking about it. Batch cooking done simply. Number 3. Turmeric tahini sauce. Recipe 15. Make it once. Upgrade 5 meals this week. 1 recipe, 5 applications. The highest effort to reward ratio on this entire list. These 3 alone, overnight oats, lentil soup, and that sauce, will change what a healthy week looks like for most people. Start there. These 3 recipes will get the most pushback before people try them, and the most positive reactions after. Black bean tacos, dark chocolate energy bites, and baked sweet potato with black beans.
Black bean tacos, recipe 10. It looks like a takeaway meal. It is nutritionally superior to most things people eat for dinner on a weeknight. The combination of black beans, mango, and red cabbage is a polyphenol and resistant starch delivery system dressed up as something indulgent. Number 2. Dark chocolate energy bites, recipe 13. The word chocolate in a healthy eating video makes people pause.
But dark chocolate above 70% cocoa is one of the most polyphenol-dense foods you can eat. These bites have a fraction of the sugar in a commercial energy bar and none of the palm oil. They also taste better. Number 3. Baked sweet potato with black beans. Recipe 7. This one looks like a loaded comfort meal. People hear sweet potato and assume high sugar. But the glycemic response of sweet potato, eaten with protein and healthy fat, is fundamentally different from eating it alone. The Greek yogurt instead of sour cream is a swap that most people do not even notice on the plate, but their liver does. The theme across all three: the food that looks like an indulgence can still be the most intelligent nutritional choice. That is the whole point of the food tutor. 15 recipes. 15 reasons the healthy food is boring argument does not hold up. I want to ask you something before you go. Which one of these are you actually going to make this week? Drop it in the comments, number 1 through 15. I read every response, and it helps me understand which recipes to go deeper on in future videos. And if you are wondering where we go next, part 2 is already mapped. 15 more recipes, this time built specifically around blood sugar management, gut health, and the foods that the research consistently shows make the biggest difference for people in their 40s and 50s. If that is relevant to your life, subscribe so you do not miss it. That is the food tutor for today. I will see you next week. Eat well.